Well, let's get started today. First of all, welcome. Florida, no snow there, so you're blessed. We do have some snow out here, Ray, don't we?
No,
Um,
but it's raining and well,
mm,
it hasn't rained. So I'm in the panhandle. I'm like by Destin. It hasn't rained in like over a month and it's been raining for 2 days. So
oh,
I'm
wow.
ready to get back to the beach.
Destin is one of my favorite places.
Mhm.
Absolutely love it there.
So you know what our beach and our water looks like.
Yes, yes. The
Yeah,
Emerald Coast is one of the prettiest places ever. I love it there.
it is. It is.
All right, everybody ready? Let's get going today. And let's see.
Recording in progress.
Welcome everyone to My AI Live. Today's Wednesday, November 6th, Wednesday, day after the election. So let's get started. Yesterday we had a question about the difference between stories and reels. So I want to go a little bit more into that so you understand how to use those and how to use them for your business. Now, here's the thing. If you've been seeing anything about Eric Worre lately, he's been talking about the importance of being your own brand. Sarah Robbins has been talking about the importance of being your own brand. 20 years ago in network marketing, everybody just told you, just do what I do. That's it. Just be this, just say these exact things, do these exact things and stuff like that. Problem is on social media, that doesn't quite work. Social media, you are the product. Ultimately, you are the product. Ray sells a coffee that by the way, I purchase. I love his coffee. I have lots of you guys are my customers, or I'm your customer. Yeah, I'm your customer. For a lot of products, right? Because I want to support small businesses, and there's lots of great things out there that you just can't get at Walmart and Target and stuff like that. So he has a coffee that I absolutely love. Now, him and his daughter are a team together, and I get the coffee through them. Why do I get the coffee through them instead of somebody else? I'm not going to build their business, but I do purchase the product from them. Why? Because of the level of service, the level of care, the level of understanding, the amazing people that they are. They are the product. So, what I want you to think about today is how many people are in your company right now that you do? So, I know for Deborah, there's at least 1 million people in there because there's 1 million people under Tom Chenault. So just under him is 1 million people. He actually has 1 million people in his downline. So if you think about that and how big that is, that must mean there's even more people than that in the company because not every single person in the company is under Tom. What makes Deborah different from Tina? What makes them different than another person in the same company? That is your defining thing for anything on social media. What makes you different? Now, one of the easiest ways to start getting across to people what makes you different is to go back and talk to the person that you used to be. Remember, we're always talking about going back and talking to the person that you used to be. What did you learn? What decision did you make? What did you overcome? It could be as simple as I decided that I wasn't going to live on just this small paycheck anymore. I decided to go after my dream and have the guts to go do that. That in itself could be the story to inspire somebody else to do that. But here's the thing. Yesterday we were talking about reels, we were talking about videos, right? Videos are super important to engage new people. So when we talked about reels yesterday, we were talking about TikTok, we were talking about shorts on YouTube, we were talking about Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, right? So why would we do that? Why Reels? Reels are the quickest way to start accessing an audience that you do not already have access to. Let me say that again. Reels is the quickest way to access an audience that you do not currently have access to. Reels are shown to everybody. They're not shown to just your followers and just your friends. So that part of the video that we did yesterday, and if you want to learn more about that, the replay is available in the official Corporate Nowsite group, and I'll show you where that's at in just a moment. You can go backwards and watch that to start doing reels. Now, my recommendation is to do at least one a day. Take the challenge and do at least one a day. Glenn did one yesterday, right? He just, boom, I just did it. He got comfortable with being uncomfortable. And we had to celebrate him, right? Because it was like, yeah, you just did it. Great job. It is actually as simple as that. The problem is we think we have to be perfect first before we step out and do anything. You don't get perfect at something until you do step out and start doing it, right? So we set up a challenge for everybody. Do a reel a day for 30 days. Now, some of you took it, some of you didn't. That's okay. If you're not ready, that's fine. But I want to talk to you about the other side of it today. So yesterday was Reels, accessing an audience you do not already have access to. Today, I want to talk to you about nurturing your audience, nurturing the audience that you already have. Now, that's the flip side of it, right? So Carol yesterday was asking the difference between stories and reels. And we didn't really have a whole lot of time at the end to get into that just because I have the next meeting that I had to go to already. So today I want to take a little bit of time to talk to you about this difference between stories and reels and stories and posts and reels. Okay. So let's go over to a social media platform. Doesn't really much matter if we went to Facebook or Instagram or same concept on these. Let's, first of all, let me show you where you're going to find your replay at. You will find your replay here at the official Corporate Now site group. When you come over here to the official Corporate Now site group, make sure that you have joined this because you will find out what the upcoming meetings are. Like there's a meeting today, and that means I have to be off early because every time they have a meeting, they use this. So I'm gonna have to be off a little early today. All right, so today they have a meeting. And anytime you'll find meetings, you'll find them in here. You'll also find your replays in here too. So it's super duper important that you belong to this. Now, next, me. If you want to find me, you want to know more about me, you can come over here. My name's Elizabeth Larson. You'll find me at eTransforms You. And you can, any of my posts, feel free to go ahead and utilize any of these posts that you want for Make It My Own. You can take a screenshot of the post, throw it into the AI. Feel free to use any of this. All of my posts are made with the Nowsite system. All right. Now, let's go over to Facebook. When we go and log into Facebook on our computer or on our phone, one of the things we're going to see is right up here, and these are your stories. Now, there's different things about stories. Stories are very short things that you will see multiple things about. So let me see. Hey, Mike, guess who just showed up?
Yeah, my buddy.
Your buddy showed up. You know why? Because he knew I was going to pick on him. All right, let's go over to Steve's. All right, so Steve's telling a story and nurturing his audience with his story, right? Some of the things that he talks about is getting his body back, his fitness challenge, getting over a bad breakup. I shouldn't say getting over, I should say get through, because he coaches men. And what you'll notice, Carol, is that each one of these little bars up here is a different story. So if I go and flip to the next one, there's a little video, different things that he cares about, okay? Different things that people care about. Now, I'm going to go grab somebody else real quick, another friend of mine, and we're going to view her story, okay?
Well, just getting back from getting a fresh spray tan, and it's time to activate. Definitely, I've still got a couple more Zooms I got to get done this evening. But then we're going to be doing that the rest of.
Okay, so what is she doing? She's just talking about her life and what she's doing. She's giving an insight into what her life is. Same thing here, next part of it.
7
Talking more about things like that, right? Okay. So essentially what stories do, stories are to nurture the people that you already have that are friends and followers with you. Now, does everybody see stories? No, I don't like them. I'll be honest with you. I think I could teach you best if I'm completely honest with you. Is that fair? Is it fair if I'm just honest with you guys? Are you all okay with that? Okay. Sarah Robbins did something great at ANMP. She asked the audience, she said, how many of you just scroll through stories? And half the people raised their hands, okay? But half the people didn't. And then she asked the question, how many of you just scroll the feed for the posts? And the rest of our hands all went up, the other half of the audience. So if you only do stories, you're going to miss me, because I don't like them for the most part. I don't watch them. They just they're just too much for me. I just don't care for them. But I'm not the majority. I'm half. That's why stories are important. Okay. So when Steve does his stories, I very rarely ever see a story that Steve does unless I'm doing a training, because then I'm clicking on people's stories to show people stories. Outside of that, I don't see them. But he has a lot of people that sees them. Okay? So, best practice. I'm going to give you some things for best practice. Now, ease into this. Don't try to do all this at once, okay? Because it can become overwhelming. And at the moment it's overwhelming, step back and say, okay, hold on. I'm going to do, because it's better to be really great on one social media platform than lousy on 10 or 5 or 2, right? Everybody's in agreement for that, right? It's better to have a following, at least a great following on one. Alex Hormozy says that until you make over $100,000 a year, you should really stick to one platform and get really, really good at it and get a great following on it. Now, some people do two and do that great successfully, completely up to you. But if Facebook or Instagram is your jam, then 5 stories a day, 2 to 3 posts a day, and multiple reels. Now, that's if you're going full time. That's if you're going full force. Okay. 5 stories, 2 to 3 posts, and multiple reels. Now, why is that? Remember, with your algorithm, people are only seeing that for a short period of time. But here's the thing, I don't want you to make a whole bunch of posts if you're not going to nurture the post. So let's go show you what that is first of all, okay? So let me come over here and let me come to the news feed. My feed has been refreshed. That's a new one. Want to go back and see some posts from before? That's a new thing. All right, interesting. All right. So with any of our posts, let's see. I'll come over. Steve, I'm going to pick on you again. Okay. So Steve has reels here. He obviously has stories, because if you go to view his story, he has all these stories, right? He's showing about his life and he's talking about what's important to him. In his reels, he's talking about what's important to him too. The things that are important, like if he went through, he helps people go through a bad divorce, a bad breakup. He is going back and talking to the person that he used to be, right? Okay. Now he builds a network marketing company and he has a coaching company. So he does posts and he also does reels. All right. And the thing of it is what you want to do is you want to nurture those posts, right? That means each person who makes a comment, you want to comment on that person. So let me go over to Jenny. Mike, is Jenny here?
I saw her earlier.
Okay. Jenny actually does really, 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 really well on social media. She doesn't get a ton of followers, but she does a ton of reach outs through this. So, okay, she needs to work on these. So let me give you an example. She makes a post. Here she is at the gym. Okay, very similar to Steve, right? Kicking off November with strength at the gym. This month, I'm all about embracing new challenges and keeping my healthy lifestyle on point. Love this. Now, one thing that she should do, and I want everybody to learn from this, okay? Somebody makes a post on your post or a comment on your post. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to like it, love it, and then you're going to reply. You're going to reply to that person with a comment and ask a question to keep the conversation going. Why do you do that? Because each time you comment, it kicks this back into the algorithm and more people will see this post. One of the reasons why people do not see your posts is because people do not nurture the post and continue to do the comments on the post that continue to start the conversations. If you do that and continuously always go back, and even if you have a post from a while ago and you're like, this was a really great post. I've had some with my nail site that have been like blown out of the park ones. Deborah Smith over here has had some that just did really, really well. Don't be scared to go back and put more comments on that and kick it back into the algorithm again. Don't be scared of that. It's a great way. Ray Higdon does it all the time. You'll see something come up on the feed that's actually from 2 years ago. It's because he went and took a post and went back to it, a post that did really well, and made another comment and started conversations on it again. Now, with best practice, yes, 2 to 3 posts is what they say a day to really hit all the different followers. But if you're not going to put the comments on other people's comments, at least do one post where you do it really well. Okay. So let's make a post real quick today. What is today? Wednesday. Hashtags for Wednesday that we sometimes use are Wealth Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. Where's Steve? Steve, you usually come up with something different, creative. What are some other things that you do for Wednesday?
Work it Wednesday.
Who said that?
Oh, like that.
Sandy, you go, girl. Work it Wednesday. There's another one. Anybody else? Anybody?
Wonderful Wednesday.
What was that, Carol?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful Wednesday. Love it. My
What's
beautiful
up,
Kathy Foley's
Wednesday?
back here. What?
What's up Wednesday?
What's up Wednesday?
Good.
Love that. Okay.
Wealthy Wednesday.
Wealthy Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday. Yeah.
I like
Make
that.
a beautiful pie Wednesday.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Wealthy Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday.
Wellness Wednesday. I love that. Perfect.
Whimsical Wednesday.
Whimsical Wednesday. Love it. Okay. So here's, guys, this is what we're going to do. Number one, to start your post on social media, this is the number one thing we always do. Does everybody remember what it is? The very first thing you do when you're getting ready to do a social media post is, number one, anybody remember? Set the intention of what you want the outcome of the post to be. Set the intention of what you want that outcome of the post to be. Why? Why do we do that? Because if I set the intention that I want to have more conversations with people like Tina, who's actually on camera, it always makes me so happy when you come on camera, honey. If I want to have more conversations with people, maybe about my product, maybe about the business, maybe about health. Mike and Jenny have both lost 70 pounds. Maybe they want to have conversations about health. Maybe they want to have conversations about upcoming recipes for the holiday for you health people out there. That's going to start working out really well for you guys. What's the conversation that you want to have? Does it match a hashtag to it? And let's tell the AI what we want to do. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the example real quick. We're going to come over here to our Nowsite platform. When we do, there are 3 things that we do every day. We post on social media, we comment on other people's posts, and we start conversations. Why do we do all of this? Because posting on social media is our message out to the world. Commenting on other people's posts is our way of starting additional conversations with people who may not be seeing our posts. And then, of course, we want all of those conversations, as many as possible, to end up in a messenger or a WhatsApp or a Telegram, back and forth until we can get that person onto a Zoom or a phone call, right? I prefer Zoom video for everything. I don't do phone calls, just so everybody knows. I don't. Anybody who knows me knows that I have a hard time hearing on the phone. And so I like being able to see people because I think you gain so much more through this than just hearing somebody. Just my preference. Okay, so we're going to click on social media. We're going to make our post, right? Now, lots of different ways we could do this. We've got caption and suggested image. The AI is going to make the post and give us the image. Selfie AI and caption my image is when we have our own image. Caption my video is when I have a video. Yesterday we did a reel. So if you wanted to know a little bit more about reels, you can watch the replay for yesterday. Short text-only posts are a great way to start conversations. Long post and suggested image. Again, it's going to give you a lot of wording. You can just do it for multiple tips and then a photo that goes with it. Now, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I use caption and suggested image and long post and suggested image, even though I know I will eventually use one of my own photos because I want to make my post first and then match the photo to it. Completely up to you how you do that, okay? All right, last but not least, surprise me button is when you have no clue what you want to do. Maybe you're brand new and you're like, I don't know what I want to post. Just hit the surprise me button over and over again until it gives you a post that you like. And then this one, make it my own. Make it my own, especially on the weekends, is great. When we don't have a training, you're like, I don't know what I want to post. Feel free to come over to my social media. You can come over to one of mine or to your uplines or anybody else's and just find one that you like and be like, oh, okay, I'll just clip this and I'll show you how you do it. You're going to go like that. Well, you're going to move the zoom out of the way first. And you go like this. You clip out the words. You take it over here. You upload that and it will give you a post. Very similar, where you can decide whether you want the same photos or what. It will actually read the post and then give you something very similar to that post. So you're not just taking somebody's post. You're actually, creating a new post that's similar to somebody else's post, okay? All right. So today for Wisdom Wednesday or Wealth Wednesday, let's go ahead and read what it said just in case. Mike, can you find out who's unmuted and mute them, please, for the background noise? Okay. Ever felt trapped in a body that doesn't feel like yours? That was me 70 pounds ago, though through determination, healthy eating, and strength training, I've transformed my life. Now I'm confident, happy, and filled with joy. Your best life awaits. I could use my own photo in here. I could use a transformation photo. Sometimes you want a photo like this because somebody else in your company has done this. So maybe Jenny, Coach Jenny, I don't know if she's on here today, but she's lost 70 pounds herself. But maybe she doesn't want to use her own story all the time. So she could use a before and after of Mike here and use the same thing and say, write this post talking about this as if it was my friend Mike saying it. Okay. Now we're going to hit generate. I don't know where all these dings are coming from. My phone's been making weird noises lately. Okay. So I'm going to have the AI write something different. And I'm going to give it a little direction, right? I need to make my zoom bigger. There we go. Okay. So it's giving me another one like that. Feel stuck in a body that doesn't feel like you. That was 70 pounds ago with determination, healthy eating, and strength training. I would put Mike transformed his life and transformed his life. Now he's confident, happy, and thriving. So I would change some of the wording if I was going to use it for him, but then I would use his before and after, and then add a little bit about how I helped him. Okay. So there's one way to do that too. So if you don't have a before and after for yourself, you could do a caption and suggested image, and we'll do Wealth Wednesday and Wisdom Wednesday. Hashtag Wisdom Wednesday. Okay. And now with those hashtags, I'm going to say, write me a post about how working for someone else will only keep you stuck building their dream, not yours. Okay, let's just see what the AI comes up with, right? Picture this. Every hour you spend building someone else's dreams could be an hour spent on yours. Whew. Ouch. That's powerful. Remember, you weren't, goodness, do I have glasses? Hey, look at these. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Picture this. Every hour you spend building someone else's dreams could be an hour spent on yours. Now, first of all, I want to stop right there. If you read that, what's the first thing you think of? Do you think of your own dream? Do you think of what you've been doing for anybody else? It paints a picture, right? That's the whole point of what the AI is doing. Remember, you weren't born to just pay bills and die. Break free from the chains and start paving your own way path to success. After all, it's your life. Make it a masterpiece. Okay. I love this post. Mike, you should use this post. Okay. So, two things I can do. I can go ahead and do this and put it on Facebook the way it is. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's my Thankful Thursday story from last year. Okay. I'm going to hold this post here. Now, here's something else I can do. If I like this just the way it is, I can use it just the way it is. If I want to regenerate it and make a little bit different, I can. Now, right now, I love the picture this every hour spent building your someone else's dreams is an hour that could be spent on yours. Remember, you weren't born to just pay bills and die. Break from the chains, start paving your own path to success. After all, it's your life. Make it a masterpiece. Okay. I could actually go in there and change it and ask it to add some other things. Maybe add some part of my story of taking the chance to start my business and what an amazing life it's turned out to be because of that. So, rewrite this. And remember, these are just prompts you're giving it. If anybody has ever cooked from scratch, it's funny that I have to actually say that these days, but if anybody's ever actually cooked from scratch, and you've tasted things along the way and kind of added some salt and added some garlic or added this thyme or rosemary or whatever, and you've kind of made it along the way. I honestly love my AI to do that same thing with this. I will play with it for a while. I just won't hit the button and just use it. I love the enjoyment of just playing with it and adding things and reworking it and stuff. So, okay, rewrite this and include my story of taking a chance and starting my own business. And now the amazing life I get to live in La Jolla, California, by the beach. Now, some of you are looking at me and saying you look awfully fuzzy and furry for being by the beach. I'm in Colorado right now taking care of my mom who had a stroke. So for most of you know that, but just in case you're like wondering about the clothes, I actually do live in La Jolla. All right, now I'm going to regenerate. I'm going to ask the AI to rewrite this and include some of this. Okay, everybody ready? Let's go. Picture this. Every hour you spend building someone else's dream could be an hour spent on yours. I decided to take a leap of faith and start my own business, and has completely transformed my life. Put more white space in here. Now I get to live the amazing life I've always dreamed of right by the beach in beautiful La Jolla, California. Remember, you weren't born just to pay bills and die. Break free from the chains and start paving your own path to success. After all, it's your life. Make it a masterpiece. Now, what I would add, what is stopping you from going after your dream? We know below. I would love to share some tips on how I did it. Okay. All right. Now, would I use this photo? Probably not. Not my thing, right? But I could use one of my before and after photos. I could use, let's see, let's go over to my images and see what I've got here. I could use this image. I could use, let's see what else I've got here. I could do this one right here. I could use this image. There's a lot of different images here I could use, right? And I can actually even put my part of it with my other thing where I'm sharing a post and then add, of course, get started, post, put that in there, add to the post, put the photo in there, and downloads. It downloaded the photo, so I don't have to go find it, and done. Okay. All right. So set the intention. Let's take 5 minutes and go get our post done real quick. Set the intention to what it is that you want the outcome of these posts to be. The biggest mistake we make is we just randomly post on social media and then we wonder why we're not getting the results we want. I think one of the biggest things is we have to set the intention of what we want the results to be, right? What do you want to have conversations about? And then make the post to guide towards those kinds of conversations. All right, let's take 5 minutes now. For everybody who's new, we put up a 5-minute timer so you guys can go make your posts now. This is how we all stay consistent and consistently posting every single day. At the same time, I'm also going to do a couple of questions as we're doing those posts so we can save time because we do have a hard stop coming up. Carol, was that helpful to understand the difference between stories and reels now? Was that a little better?
Yes, definitely. What I wanted to do is I didn't know how I share I did a video reel yesterday, so I wanted you to see it, but
Okay.
I have a couple of questions on it because I ran into a bunch of things, but how do I tell you, just look at my name on Facebook? What?
So what you'll do, let's come over here to Facebook as I finish mine. Go over to your profile. You know how to go to your profile where you see your banner at the top?
Well, can I do it from my cell phone as I'm watching you or what?
Uh,
I don't know what,
yes, on your cell phone, the way
or
you
should I just do it on the computer too? So what?
computer's easier.
Okay.
But if you just send me your profile, that would be super helpful. If I do it from my phone like this, I would go to the post and I would click send.
Second, I lost you.
So I would go to the post. If you're going to do it on your phone, you go to the post, and underneath the post, you'll see like, comment, send, and share. You'll click share, and then down below, click copy the link, and then put it into the chat in the Zoom.
All right, I'm looking on the cell phone right now. I just
Find
my-
the post. Go to Facebook and then find the post that you did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is this you here on my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So thankfully you're easy enough to find. The reason we have people post the link is a lot of times people have duplicate names and it just doesn't show me. It's really tough. Okay. So let's go look at your post. First of all, okay, everybody take a look at this. When you first see this reel, what do you see? I see a happy woman. Does everybody see a happy person?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that already makes me want to watch it because there's enough negativity on the news and everything else right now. She looks happy. Okay, so I want to know why she's happy. That's number one. All right.
Sometimes I get moving so fast that.
Hold on one second. I want to share with sound and share sound. Okay.
I find I'm not thinking quite as clearly as I could be. If I take a moment and a couple of deep breaths, it helps balance me and calm me, and I'm able to focus better on the tasks that I'm doing or what I'm planning for the day. Does any of that ever happen to you? If so, why don't you DM me and let me know if this would work for you, or if you have other options and techniques you use, let me know how they work out for you too. I'd love to hear from you. Have a nice day. Sometimes I get moving so fast that I find I'm not.
All right. First of all, how many videos have you done before this?
I just occasionally Tony Robbins or something like that. So this is the first thing I posted on Facebook. What can I say?
So can I tell you congratulations? Can we give her a round of applause for actually doing it? Like, holy goodness of mercy. Carol, seriously, first of all, you look happy. Second of all, you look great on the background, everything. Like, you look like you've been doing this a while. Would everybody agree she looked like she'd been doing it for a while? You looked fantastic. So I loved your post. Now, the next thing that I would love you to play with as you're doing these videos each day, what is the outcome you would want from somebody watching your video? So this is an interesting thing for people to think about. What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to be inspired to do? What's the thing that you want them to do next? So if I'm going to do a video about, let's say, my weight loss or my health, I'm going to have to get off the here and give this back to Adrian. But if I'm going to give or do a video on my weight loss or my health journey, the outcome I want from that is people who are struggling like I used to want to have a conversation with me and to be inspired that they could possibly change their life too. So I want you to think about that today, Carol. Think about what do you help with? What problem does your product solve? What problem does your business solve? Your company solve? And what would you like to have conversations about that you've overcome or that you have learned about? And then we'll pick up this conversation tomorrow some more, okay? Okay, beautiful. Carol, great job. Pamela, did you have a quick question or did you want to share?
I had a quick question.
Okay.
My question was like, when you do the reels, I seen like the words floating around when you speak. Will you be able to teach us how to do that? Or did you
Yes.
do that all right? Okay.
I will teach you. I didn't show you guys how to do it yesterday. Lots of programs use it, CapCut, Opus AI, lots of them, but I'll show you how to do that and I'll do another real training and then show you guys how to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I got to give this back over to Adrian because he's going to turn me into a pumpkin in a minute if I don't. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Was this helpful to understand the difference of why you want to use stories and as opposed to reels and stuff? Did you guys get something from this? Okay. All
Yep,
right.
I did.
Fantastic. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Bring your questions, bring your reels, bring your stories, bring everything. We'll help you with this. And I'm just excited for the next things that we do together. Enjoy the next training. I will see you later. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Great job,
Bye,
Carol. You had a
Elizabeth.
good
Thank
teacher.
you.
She did a great job, didn't she? I was so proud of her. Yay. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
See
Bye-bye,
ya.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.